Have you ever felt that your weaknesses defined you, holding you back from who you could truly be? Life has a way of magnifying our flaws, leaving us vulnerable and questioning our worth. Yet, could it be that within those very weaknesses lies a transformative power waiting to be unleashed? Today, let's explore this promise of strength in our vulnerability. 2 Corinthians 12:9 presents a profound truth. The verse says, "But he said to me, 'My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness.' Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me." Wow, this is a radical shift in perspective. Imagine being able to embrace your imperfections instead of hiding them. The Apostle Paul shared this powerful insight derived from his personal struggles, a truth he came to cherish deeply. In the midst of pain, he received a heavenly response. God's grace is more than enough. It's this grace that not only covers our shortcomings, but also elevates us to a position of strength through our weaknesses. When we unpack this verse, it challenges our typical mindset, doesn't it? We often see weakness as a liability, something to be masked or avoided. However, Paul encourages us to boast in our weaknesses. Why? Because it's in those vulnerable moments that we can genuinely experience Christ's power. Think about that for a second. What if our vulnerabilities are not barriers, but gateways to divine strength? Reflecting on our lives, consider a time you felt inadequate. Did you know that it's precisely in those moments that you can lean into God's grace? Here's a mini revelation. The world may teach us to show only our strengths, but God invites us to shine a light on our struggles. When we admit our weaknesses, we make space for God's power to work in us and through us. So how can this be a practical application in our daily lives? Pause for a moment today and acknowledge an area of weakness in your own life. Rather than succumbing to discouragement, invite God into that space. It could be something as simple as a struggle with patience or a feeling of inadequacy at work. Consider prayer, reaching out to a trusted friend, or diving into scripture for comfort and guidance. Here's a thought-provoking moment. How different would your day be if you started to view your struggles as opportunities for God's strength to manifest? This week, actively look for ways God's grace can fill your weaknesses with purpose. Embracing these vulnerabilities not only brings healing to us, but also allows us to extend compassion to others walking similar paths. Let's reflect together. What if today you choose to redefine your perspective on weakness? Instead of feeling shame, ask God to reveal how He can transform your challenges into testimonies of His grace. As we wrap this up, take away this. Our vulnerabilities don't diminish our worth. They become the stepping stones to deeper reliance on God's unending grace. The next time you face a weakness, lean into it. Invite God to show you His strength through you. Are you inspired to embrace your imperfections and see God's power at work? If this message resonated with you, like, subscribe, or take a moment to reflect. Remember, the journey of faith isn't about perfection, it's about progress in the grace of God. Join me as we walk this path of recognizing our flaws, leaning into grace, and shining brighter than we ever believed possible. What area will you invite God into today?